Hello my fellow streaks of blue. In today's video we will figure out what the best way to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles is. So let's get started. First I need to explain the rules. This video will be split into multiple categories, that being accessibility improvements and customization. The winner of the category will get 3 points and second place gets 2 points and last gets 1 point if they try. If they don't even try in a category then they get 0 points. The versions of the game I'm talking about today are Sonic 3 Complete, Sonic 3 Air and Sonic Origins. So let's get started. The first category we cover is customization. From the start Sonic Origins doesn't stand a chance. All official Sonic titles tend to have 0 customization. Oh what's that I hear? You don't like the Sonic 3 sprite? Well that's too bad. Do you wanna change the music or the item monitors? Deal with it. In the settings of Sonic Origins you can change the screen by turning on or off anti-aliasing. Which by the way, is a total scam. All it does is make the screen blurry and ugly. That's not even anti-aliasing. 0 points. Next up is Sonic 3 Air and oh boy this version has customization alright. It has multiple video filters, gamma play tweaks. You can change the music of Carnival Night, Ice Cap and Launch Bass between the prototype music and the final ones. Different level layouts, control settings. Getting to change the Sonic 3 title screen to the Sonic and Knuckles title screen depending on if you unlocked it. And some pretty visual effects. This is the kind of stuff the official game are missing. And lastly you can add mods which opens up endless possibilities. You can change the character sprites to whatever you want, or you can play as a completely different character. There are even mods that change the music too. There is just one minor problem. And that's that I'm too stupid to add mods to games. You could hold me at gunpoint and I still couldn't figure it out. But there is a close alternate that's much easier to figure out. For now Sonic 3 Air gets 3 points. Sonic 3 Complete may be a ROM hack but it still delivers when it comes to customization. It has all the music and control settings from Sonic 3 Air. It has also features that Sonic 3 Air doesn't have, like easy mode which should be renamed to sperm mode. And there's also causal gamma play which should be renamed to baby mode. And lastly there's original and normal which have minor differences. Now here's where the real fun begins. When it comes the ROM itself then at it, but there is more. If you go to the Sonic 3 Complete customization website which I'll leave in the description below, it allows you to go even further beyond. You can change the Sonic 3 sprite to the Sonic 1 or 2 sprite. Can change the item monitor, the credits music. You can choose to skip big arms like the original Genesis version. And you can change Mushroom Hill to Mushroom Valley. Sonic 3 Complete finishes at 2 points in this category. Next up is accessibility, which is the whole reason why I made this video. Remember this for later. Let's get the fluff out of the way quick. Sonic Origins can be played on Windows, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck, Mac and Linux, and can be played on Android through the Yuzu emulator. Sonic 3 Air can be played on Windows, Linux, Nintendo Switch and Android. It can also be played on browser, so it can be played on Chromebook, Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X, Mac and lastly iOS. It is pretty close between these versions, but Sonic Origins has the slight edge. So Origins receives 2 points and Sonic 3 Air gets 1 point. Sonic 3 Complete steals the show when it comes to accessibility. It can surprisingly run just fine on an actual Sega Genesis and on the Sega Nomad, which is an obscure portable version of the Sega Genesis from the 90s with the same exact hardware. You can play on these by either an actual cartridge of the game or an EverDrive cartridge which you can upload the ROM of the game on. Now this is serious. When I started making this video I shortly realized that Sonic 3 Complete could run on any device that can emulate Sega Genesis hardware. I did some deep research looking for any possible answers, or you could just call it basic Google research. I tried to find as many devices as possible. As we go down, I cover crazier devices that you can play Sonic 3 Complete on. Let's get the obvious ones out the way. It can be played on Android, iOS, Windows, Mac and Linux through emulation. But it goes even further beyond. It can be played on Sega CD and 32X by just adding them to your Genesis. RetroArch can be used as a Sega Genesis emulator, so it can be played on PS4, PS2, PS3, PSP, PS Vita, Nintendo Wii and Wii U, Nintendo 3DS and 2DS, Nintendo Switch and Nintendo GameCube, Xbox and Xbox 360. And it goes even further beyond. Sonic 3 Complete can easily be played on web browser, so it can be played on Chromebook and PS5. You can also play it on Steam Deck, PS1, Sega Dreamcast, Apple Watch, iPod, Raspberry Pi, Open Pandora, BlackBerry 10, DOS computers. Now to even more crazy devices. You can emulate the game on Amazon TV Fire Stick, Smart Fridge, Tesla, Game Boy Advance, and could potentially run on a arcade machine, public airplane through hacking, and could run inside of Minecraft, as you can use browsers in there. It is unlikely that all of these are true. Some may not work. If you couldn't catch up with anything that I said, then let me summarize. Sonic 3 Complete can be played on Sega Genesis, Sega Nomad, PS3, Wii, Wii U, Android, iOS, Windows, PS4, Mac, Linux, Switch, 3Ds, PS2, 2Ds, PSP, PS Vita, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Steam Deck, Ds, Xbox, GameCube, PS1, Sega 32X, Sega Dreamcast, Sega CD, PS5, Tesla, Smart Fridge, Calculator, GBA, Arcade Machine, Amazon Fire TV Stick, Amazon Tablet, iPod, Chromebook, Raspberry Pi, Open Pandora, BlackBerry 10, Apple Watch, DOS, Airplane and inside of Minecraft. Sonic 3 Complete completely destroyed Sonic Origins and 3 are in this category. It obviously gets 3 points. For this category we look at any improvements these have over the original. For Sonic Origins we have widescreen, 2 unused cutscenes from the original game, 𝑩𝒍𝒖𝒆, being able to skip cutscenes, the drop dash, and smooth bonus stage rotation. Sonic 3 Air on the other hand has more improvements, like slightly better music quality, widescreen, 𝑩𝒍𝒖𝒆, being able to skip cutscenes, a new menu, smooth character and bonus stage rotation. In Sonic Mania, the ability to choose between infinite lives and a limited amount of lives, the Super Peel Out and Super Cancel. Sonic 3 Complete has smooth bonus stage rotation, 𝑩𝒍𝒖𝒆, a new menu, being able to skip cutscenes, 1 unused cutscene from the original game, the Super Peel Out, Super Cancel and being able to transfer data between Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3A gets 3 points. Sonic 3 Complete gets 2 points and Sonic Origins gets 1 point. This category was close for Sonic 3 Complete and Sonic Origins, but the reason why 3 Complete scored higher is because it had more gamma play improvements, which makes the overall experience better. So we finally made it to the end of the video. In third place is Sonic Origins and oops, looks like Sonic 3 Complete and Sonic 3 Air tied. We can still settle this debate. Tell me in the comments which version of Sonic 3 you think is better. Based on the community post I made, it seems you guys really like Sonic 3 Complete. For me it depends. So that means you basically watched the entire video for no reason.